dusk sits heavy over Wool Pit. From the reed and mist 2 children move like lost things, skin the color of green seaweed, mouths forming a language no one there knows. They are starving for an unfamiliar food and afraid of sunlight. The village takes them in, the priest names them, the Lord grows curious. The question remains, did they come from a hidden underworld, and what scene did their coming tear open between earth and village? The green boy watches like a creature learning a surface world. He is quick, naming things by touch, testing bread with suspicion. He keeps his back to shadow as if he remembers ceilings. His eyes learn the lane's rhythms before he admits curiosity. The green girl speaks almost never. She hums under her breath at night, sleeping but waking with a start as if dragged from some deep place. Her hands are always folded as if holding an invisible thing. When she looks at the sky she does not know the names for day. Thomas is the first to lower the gate. He hears hunger and remembers his own children's cries. He brings fire and thick bread, calling his wife as if they rescue animals rather than miracles. He touches the green boy's shoulder once and does not remove his hand quickly. Edith unpacks warmth. She feeds the children from her bowl and watches their fingers. She washes their grime as if it were a wound. At night she weaves a small blanket and lays it across the green girl's knees, naming the stars in a voice meant to teach safety. Father Alfred measures monsters by doctrine. He says water will name them human. He studies their speech like a sickness, presses questions thin as wire. When they do not pray as he expects, he says quietly that God will either break their strangeness or hide deeper truth from them. Lord Ranulph smells opportunity. He asks questions in a baritone meant to command truth. He offers coin, then lodgings, then an experiment. Curiosity hardens in him to ownership, curiosity that will not let sleeping hollows lie undisturbed. By the time Thomas lowers the gate, the 2 children stand clutched to each other. They do not speak the village tongue. They reach for bread as if testing the world. The green boy tastes and draws back. The green girl drinks slowly and covers her mouth when a shaft of sunset touches her wrist. That night they are fed in Thomas and Edith's cottage. The children prefer a pale slick paste no one knows. They eat with small, fierce gratitude. The green girl sleeps and wakes with a cry, the green boy sleeps like someone learning to trust the ceiling. The couple closed their shutters as if to hold the day at bay. 3 days later Father Alfred brings water in words. He baptizes them to fold them into the village's prayers. He is unsettled by the children touching the stone with reverence, not fear. After the ritual he notes a faint green stain on his fingers and tells no one at first. Soon Lord Ranulph sends for the children. He asks for endpoints, for the smell of their clothes, for any telltale soil. His questions sharpen into plans. He wants to know where the children came from because knowing makes a thing controllable, and control is a kind of safety. One night the green girl wakes sobbing and draws the wordless shape of a rounded mouth of earth with her finger in the soot. She hums a chant the child cannot name. Thomas reads the soil under her nails and finds fine black grit like char. The notion of a hollow becomes a plan born of fear and wonder. At dawn they go to the river bank. Lord Ranulph kneels to run his fingers through mud and finds a hollow like a mouth. The green boy will not cross into full light to show where he once stood. They find footprints that lead to reeds and stop as if the world swallowed them. Ranulph orders a shallow dig, though no one knows what may answer. They dig. The earth resists like a sealed lip. At a certain shovel strike, a thin breath of cool damp air rises and there is a sound, not a voice but a wet whisper that makes the children flinch. Father Alfred crosses himself. Lord Ranulph feels triumph and a strange unease as if an old seam has been pried and a thing very old takes notice. After the dig the green boy grows quieter. His eyes go long as if listening in a language others cannot hear. At night he whispers a phrase that makes the dogs howl and his skin deepens to a slicker green around his throat. Thomas tries to teach him words and sometimes the boy answers with archaic syllables that taste like root and darkness. Within days a pale seam appears at the dig. It hums when the green children sleep, answering some distant cadence. The villagers hear it at odd hours, a thin susurration under floorboards, a wet sigh in drains. Lord Ranulph orders the scene filled. Father Alfred prays over it. The children do not sleep well once the earth is forced closed. Years pass. The green girl learns the village tongue and marries. The green boy grows pale with age. The seam at the river is tamped down, but sometimes, at dusk, the river keeps a light that does not belong to the sky. The villagers speak of the children as a miracle and later as a caution. Beneath those stories the quieter truth remains: once a passage woke, the world listened, and a place beneath the earth remembers the names of those who walked its halls. If this story sent a chill down your spine, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. A new story every day.